It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the New England Patriots and the Cleveland Browns. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
We are just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Cleveland. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
First play from scrimmage, Watson going to throw it. Into the hands of Cedric Tillman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Watson, off play action. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Watson now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now it's Watson. They'll under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. We're scoreless after 1. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now, as they've got it as we resume action. The handoff to Ford up the middle. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before we spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the former Tar Heel, their rookie quarterback from UNC.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd down and 4. They'll throw with May. And this will be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's May. Short pass caught by Henry. And he will have a Patriots 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Back to Gibson and another catch for him. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air, May. That to the former Browns tight end, Austin Hooper. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Play action, May. Complete, Hunter Henry with the ground. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 2nd and 7. We're going to throw, May. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Keyshawn Butte from 19 yards away. And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Well, the Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Gets this over the middle to Tillman. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now Watson. That pass complete to Moore. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Able to shake him off. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. But a flag is down here, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the shotgun, it's May. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, May with it. Gets this complete to Butte. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
Here's May. And that is incomplete here. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple. And that's exactly why they trail.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. To the right side, this is Stevenson. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. A give for Stevenson, running right. He'll take this to the 46.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Douglas, the man in motion. From the gun, it's May. This one left side caught by Gibson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down is May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Throwing here is May. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Pass caught. He's got Tillman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game. 4th quarter, these are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And Chubb will try the middle here. Trucks over him. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Anthony Jennings coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5.
I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
New England's offense set to go. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. This is 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's complete. Demario Douglas with it.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Here comes 2nd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the 1st down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Back to throw here.
And pass complete. Here's Butte with it.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. 3rd down. Straight ahead, Gibson.
And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now it's Watson and the Browns.
Down 13-10, a little over 40 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
To throw, Watson. Open man, that's Tillman.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Watson.
And what a big play, because now you're guaranteed at least a shot at extending this one. He had the 40-yard line picked out as his bare minimum to give them some kind of a game-tying attempt, and he got there. Excellent determination on that scramble, and it might just help them snatch away a victory.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition, work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Here's 2nd down.
A give running right is Chubb. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. One last throw here for Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 20-yard line.
Well, Charles, I know you have a lot of questions. So do I about the decision there at the end. They had the potential game-time field goal. Yes, it would have been a long field goal, but they passed it up, and they lose the game.
And you're right, partner. We all have questions, but I don't think anyone's going to ask the question more forcefully than the person who signs the checks for the entire organization. Why didn't you run the field goal kicker out there? You had a chance to tie the game. Looked like a makeable kick. Was the kicker hurt? Did you just not like the field conditions? This head coach is going to have a heck of an explanation.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.